That frame is 20 years old.
So that's what it takes.
Are you wearing your safety shoes?
A Range Rover Sport driver would have painted it red. And the guy was asking, I have a L494. Does it fit in a car wash? I don't know why men always think it's bigger than it is. So doing some heavy grinding on Sir Rescuelot's frame. And Christian doesn't even like that job, but he won't let me do it. And I think I would do a pretty good job at it. A package came today. Can you guess what's inside? Would love doing that. And now he's gonna show me the girly work I'm allowed to do.
Okay, so you're gonna use this thing, okay? So you look for a corner where I can't get to, and then you go here and you do that. Done, okay? You don't have to go all crazy because it takes a lot of air and our air compressor is pretty weak. You go into the corner. Okay? Okay, that doesn't turn very fast. And you don't have to go all crazy because you're gonna ruin that brush. I mean, pretty much everything you're gonna do is gonna ruin my tools, but I still let you use them. I think I'm gonna take this baby out now. Ooh, there was some rust.
Yes.
Okay, so we can paint this one separately. Yeah?
Yes, and we want to have all bolts open at least once. So the cross member is the most important part because that also has to come out when you mess up your trigger wheel and have to take out the transmission again after your engine rebuild. Right, yes. Christian?
Yeah, it needs to come out very often.
It needs to come out very often.
For the muffler, for the front diff, for the drive shaft, for the trigger wheel, for the transmission.
Yes.
A lot of reasons to take that out.
So, and they go into our box of bolts.
Somebody's got dirty leaves.
So we moved up a bit, not enough, but just a bit. Yeah, but also, look at that.
Yeah, they are really good. They go down to the metal in no time.
Yes, and look at the difference.
Yeah.
Is that the first one you used?
That's the first one I used now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a name you can't mention on YouTube.
Yes. At least in the German language. Oh, we moved further up. Now I can't reach up here anymore.
So we got to get some of the bolts out which I ripped off. Okay, and I saved this one. I don't need to drill.
Good.
Good.
Let me show you the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So we don't want to use too much of the rust solvent because we want to paint tomorrow and that is then a problem. So 2 more here and over there.
Okay, I gotta give a lecture for the desktop mechanics about removing bolts with heat. It doesn't matter if you heat the housing or the bolt or both. you gotta get it hot, because the idea is not that one expands and the other one not. The idea is you get it hot and everything expands and contracts, okay? And that basically kills the rust in between. Once that moved, the rust will break loose.
Yeah, I get so many comments. You're supposed to heat the housing, not the bolt.
No, you're not supposed to heat the housing, okay? You're supposed to heat. The bolt is the easiest to heat and you do the least damage, okay? And the idea behind this, you desktop mechanics, is not to heat the housing to make that expand and let the bolt stay cool. That don't work.
It doesn't
All
work.
that stuff gets hot, okay? And now I can wiggle this out. And before that, it snapped the 6mm good quality bolt off. And some bolts you can only heat once you snap them off, okay? Because this bolt was mounting a piece of plastic. How are you gonna get that hot? The plastic is going to be damaged and then you need a new one. So you snap the bolt and then you deal with it.
Exactly.
You can't even use an angle grinder to cut it because even that will melt the plastic.
Yes. Seems to be a little bit... So my job is now to inspect everything and see if you missed the spot. I can do that with the needle gun. But otherwise, it looks awesome. We're gonna power wash it once he's done, and then we're gonna paint it tomorrow. We are not completely done grinding, but it's late in the evening after work and Christian is done. So we're gonna power wash it. So all the dust gets removed and it's all clean for painting tomorrow. But we're gonna finish the grinding tomorrow morning. Yeah, our Kersha power washer came with the house, the only thing. The house was completely empty except for the power washer. And it was broken, that's why they left it, and Christian fixed it, of course. And I take a break because I'm just as dirty. So that's the first. Just... Oh, look at that frame. Oh my god, the cross member is gone, though my plan didn't work out to walk across. Looking all good, Christian.
Yeah.
Good.
I gotta do the final grinding here on the frame. And then we're ready for paint. We won't have time to treat it with Fertan because we are about in the last few warm days. That's what the forecast is. If I would treat this now with Fertan, we're gonna lose 48 hours, plus then washing it back off and letting the frame cure, and then we are right in the bad weather zone and cold. No Fertan treatment, we're just gonna do 2 layers of Epoxy 1K. Primer and then basically 1 coat of paint. This will give that vehicle about 10 years of life back. And Vera is using the needler. We found a new toy.
Yes.
Well, now I'm jealous again. Why do they get the cool colors? Look at that! That would fit so perfect on my Discovery 3.
Yeah, I'm using 2 different primers. First a light green one and then a black one. This way I can see coverage, okay? Because I'm not a painter. I don't know where I already painted.
Frame is 20 years old. It looks brand new after we grind it down. With still so much material left. So that frame will last another 20 years. You see, my job is now to locate areas like this.
Her job is to criticize me. That's the
Yes.
translation. So her job is now to go over it with a brush wherever I left little corners out. That's a better method than just letting her criticize my incomplete painting, okay? See, there is a running nose. You can paint that away, and here.
So all running noses are caused by me.
This paint is ready to be overpainted in about 4 hours, so it's really good.
Yeah,
And it
it's
has
hot.
an absolute perfect coverage, okay? Because it's made for tractors. The brand is Herbedol. Show the brand. That's the brand, and it was also not expensive, like only 11 euros for a can.
Oh my God, looking all so good. Christian's always very confident that the cars don't get any paint on them. And by now it doesn't look like he's got any paint. No, everything is fine, Christian. Our air compressor failed on us.
Yeah, looks like it died. Maybe the oil is low or something.
Yeah.
It seized.
Yes, let's do that. If not, we're gonna go to the hardware store and buy a new one. Yeah, though that's really embarrassing for a Land Rover owner, but it apparently ran out of oil.
40.
Oh, 5W40, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna give me some light. So the oil cap was missing,
How?
and that's why the oil evaporated. Maybe it's overfilled.
Look, that's where we keep our spare parts, like a couple of transfer cases, flywheel, clutch, brake cylinder, you know, all that stuff. And we have more than enough hoses, and he still wants to keep the one from Sir Rescuelot. Oh my God. So we're doing an oil change after 15 years.
I abused it a lot, as you can see.
Oh,
yeah, it's
Christian.
it got wear in it, okay. Damn it. Should have changed it more often.
Yeah. But he's been complaining about that baby ever since.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it broke while he was using the air, because I was using the air also. Just imagine it would have broken while I was using it. Oh my God. I thought we're going to buy a new one.
Well, we're gonna have to fill it back up.
So yeah, all our fuses are in, though that's not the problem. Need more 5W40, so we're going to use that one. So I have to find a new oil plug for up here, and I can't even see it. He turned off the light. I dropped a plug into the oil crevice. Almost burnt my finger. Oh my God. So let's see how long it's running until the crankshaft snaps. Look at that, we're making slowly progress. That's the rear diff. Not a locking one. Just leave it like that. Paint it 3 times. Color is so awesome.
Good.
That is before and after. Look at that. And look at that area here, and here, and here. So you can clean them up pretty nicely, you know, also from that side. So those shocks are 20 years old, and we're not going to replace them. So if some fail...
Yeah, we had spares, and I never do anything prematurely.
Look at what happens when Christian hooks it up to the air. And refurbish the neck.
Okay.
So that's what it takes.
Yeah, she got blasted, okay? We gotta hang up a few more components and then that's all we can do. These I gotta press out first, and then these I got new ones. Here I gotta still do some cutting. So that's as far as we're gonna get today. So my camera girl already quit for today, but I got basically the first coat of black started here, and now I gotta wait a little bit. I painted my lift a little bit also. You guys always ask me what kind of maintenance I do on my lift. Well, when I do a full restoration, I always paint it a little bit so the rust is not so visible for you guys. I'm gonna wait a little bit until all these components are completely cured, and then I'm gonna spray the rest in black primer. And you can see that this is a real matte finish. That's why I'm gonna have to spray also some paint afterwards, so I'm gonna get some glossiness back. Okay?
I didn't quit on him. I have more stuff to do.
Yeah, and we could go and take a shower now, right?
No, that's the least of my priorities.
So this matte finish looks really cool, okay? But this is only a primer, and I'm not sure if it's a good idea to just leave the primer on without a finish coat, okay? Something more glossy, because this is kind of rough, okay? And look how nice this all looks. Look at these corners. They were completely corroded before. Everything looks nice. Even the old suspension arms look good now. So how do you like the finish?
I like the finish a lot.
I think we leave it like this, okay?
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
That's and see, whenever you touch it, it leaves marks, okay?
And again, no sticky stuff on our...
No, don't
No
put
sticky
any
stuff.
Leno Guard or any product like this on, okay? If you put something sticky on your frame, you're gonna hate it for the rest of its life, because you want to work on this baby. You don't want to get sticky fingers every time.
It's a 20-year-old Land Rover. Don't put sticky stuff on it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Stay away from sticky stuff. You want to put stuff on you can overpaint, okay? And you want to put stuff on which cures. This looks beautiful. This had really heavy corrosion here, really heavy. And look how nicely we got this all cleaned up and painted. Look at the weld splatter here. Robin would not allow that. Vera cleaned it up quite good, and then I just splattered it with this paint. This paint has such a good coverage, and it's so thick also. Really nice. Well, there's no painting today, so the weather forecast was accurate. We're gonna have to do some offline work. So, we're gonna cut these out to press in new bearings. This will push the entire bearing apart. There we go. I never had the inner bearing race come out right away. On one hand, it makes things easy now, but I also wonder why this wasn't hugging tight here. Okay. The bearing will be really easy to remove now. That's unusual. Okay. Yeah, that will work. Are you wearing your safety shoes?
I'm definitely not dressed for the job.
You're definitely not, like usual.
Yeah, as soon as he sees me, he involves me.
Yeah, because this is, you can't even go near this without safety shoes.
Yes, but I can't even go near you without...
So I got these knuckles apart, got the bearings out, got these anchor plates off, got all the joints out. So these just need a little bit of brushing and maybe they get a little bit of paint, okay, just for the Range Rover Sport drivers who are watching our videos, so that they don't have to write the comment. You could have painted the brake calipers, you could have painted the hubs, and other rituals Land Rover Sport drivers do. Okay, the bearings, SKF, they fit, looking good. Also good. So we got the right parts. And
okay.
I think I should get a new set right away because we own so many of these cars.
Yes. Going on a test drive because the brakes were kind of smelly when he returned from his big trip. I don't smell anything here. I don't smell anything here.
So the only problem with the car is that it's raining. And so I think the smell was somebody driving by with a burning clutch right after he parked. And when you have that smell in the air,
you smell nothing else.
You smell nothing else, yeah.
But we're gonna go up to our local mountain and then drive down and then we'll check again.
Last time we had a little bit of smoke back there. Nothing this time.
No. This sounds like a beautiful engine. When I listen to my dad's petrol car, oh, that sounds so weird. I don't smell anything. Do otherwise follow their husband around? So we are at home now and there's no smell. Same here, no smell.
And it drives absolutely superb.
Yes.
But the amount of problems add up.
Yeah, but there is no problem right now.
Well, the rear wiper is making a noise.
Yes, that is a big problem for Christian.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, we had like a more than 1 week interruption and I didn't know that I got now a pool in our frame here. Hopefully it's not gonna rain here and I can do a little bit of painting.
Yeah, who cares about your stuff?
You dropped
Check
something.
that out.
Ooh, wow, Philip made it into the newspaper for about the 50th time.
Yes.
Nice. Ooh, I didn't get it on video, but luckily I got this little edge on our garage or it would have flooded the garage. Okay, one more pool here. Okay, one more. Now we got a video how we installed our 2-post lift. And our chain is below ground and it has a drain. So any water going in here is not flooding our chain and it's then routed to this drain over here.
So remember guys how the rear diff looks? All looking nice right now. It's almost worthy of a Range Rover Sport. A Range Rover Sport driver would have painted it red. So it's fall, it sucks, everything is wet. It rained all week. I suppose Christian already lectured on it. Look at how nice and shiny the air tank is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, cleaning up afterwards. That sucks. So Christian and Robin are making plans to buy angle grinders and whatnot, and the only condition I have is that I'm allowed to use those tools, and Christian is not a big fan of that.
No.
So that's not okay with me then.
No flex or Kettensäge for you. Okay?
Oh my god.
Because it's gonna end in a chainsaw massacre.
Yes, but Christian is the one who gets hurt, not me.
We're gonna wear those down, all of them today.
No, because the frame is already done and we just have to do, to finish up loose pieces. Well, everything else is not even grind down. Look at that, oh my god. Oh, you already turned it around? It almost looks Range Rover worthy.
Every Range Rover Sport driver would go, I need to do that too.
This morning I read the best comment in the Range Rover Sport Facebook group.
They are
and
the
no,
best.
They are the very best. And the guy was asking, I have a L494, which is a Range Rover Sport. Does it fit in a car wash? Guys, I don't know why men always think it's bigger than it is, but
it fits in a car wash.
It fits in a car wash, and it's not as big as you think it is.
You can carry them back there?
Yes.
Okay, one hand. And then you can come and pick up the other one, or you need with that little finger. That's not gonna work. All right, you take them already back there, yes. And I sort out the next pieces.
Oh, that's all left to clean up with a grinder, and then we're almost done. We have the rear tie rods, and so here it really does matter which one is left and right. And the way we are going to solve that, I'm going to put a tie wrap, a yellow on the left one. Okay, I hope it holds. So I'm going to put the other yellow tie wrap on this side of the lift, which is the left side of the vehicle. So Christian is taking care of seized up parts I'm not allowed to use. And Robin is doing last minute preparations for his Boda Glüht event. Awesome. And we have today, later on, we have to clean all that up because we're gonna get a scaffolding around our garage. That's our garage. Because we're gonna start working on the roof because it's leaking. Oh, that's thick air in here. Well, we got a little bit of stuff done. We're going to replace those springs, but we keep them because these are the OEM ones. Yeah, we took some serious debris off of those shocks. But look at how good the parking brake bracket looks. Almost like new.
Yeah, and it sits under the car and nobody will ever see it again.
Well, but I will know. Yeah, even those stupid links will look like new again. So, and yes, everybody thinks those are useless weights. I do not.
Each of them is about 35 pounds, I would guess.
So I think they are 20 kilos, because I carried them around now. Yes, when they are mounted, they are kind of loosey-goosey. And if you have a clonking noise, when you start driving, it's not gonna be them. Oh, look at that. We have a festival in town.
Okay, I'm completely done painting. Everything is now glossy black, okay? It's not looking as nice as the matte black, okay? But it is more robust because it absorbs the water much better. And all I gotta do is assemble this thing now, and then it's all done. Come on. Now it's loose.
Today, we started with our new series on our Sir Rescuelot, or Sir Fix-a-Lot, how I call him. And we've owned that car since July 8th, and only now did I see that it has heat shields here in the rear, which none of our other Discoveries has. So the 2005 Discovery 3 was the best equipped Discovery of all. Today is a big cleanup day, and I actually am not in the mood for that. Oh my god. Here are the remnants, the stuff we have to do. Yes, don't forget those rubber bands, or do you have new ones?
And we need one new caliper. If we're lucky, and this one is the one we need. And of course it's not. We can heat it up here and then it will break loose.
Our pile looks completely different. Maybe Christian can put a before pile and after pile picture. Look at how everything cleans up nicely, you know? Don't just throw that stuff away. Invest a little bit of work, like 2 Saturdays, and then everything looks fine, including a wife like me. So you need 4 Saturdays if you have to do that by yourself.
Yeah, or a new wife.
No. Yeah, and there's an Audi SUV. I never heard of that. I did not know about that car. It's like a Kübelwagen from VW, except with the Audi sign in front of it. 0.25 ton for a car that has nothing on it and fits in the trunk of a Discovery 3. It's a Mercedes G-Class. We call it a Wolf. And it has a Bundeswehr license plate. It starts with a Y. I think that is absolutely cool. I want to get a quad at one point. When I'm not allowed to drive a Land Rover anymore, I want to get a quad.
It's like the predecessor of a side-by-side.
Yes.
Yeah, from the size, it's quite
It's a
big.
fawn.
It's quite
Look
big.
at that, it has belly tires. Look, it's got an oil leak.
Okay, that is considered an oil leak in Germany.
Yes.
You see that spot down there? Not even a Range Rover Sport driver would consider that an oil leak. This size Unimog is actually still available in Germany, and you can go and get them, just not in this condition obviously, because they're not the most suitable for overlanding, because they're not fast enough for the Autobahn in most cases. Versus this size Unimog, they are extremely expensive and difficult to get because they are more suitable for overlanders.
Is that the one the outfit has?
Yeah, they have this size in Australia from the military, yes.
Winch?
It got a huge winch. It's probably a hydraulic winch.
Yeah, I don't want to lift that tire.
No,
the
it
outfit
got a
has
little.
the spare tire on the roof, and that would be the bagel getting in.
Yeah. There's very modern equipment here.
So you think if they have a ladder here, I'm allowed to climb inside? Whoa! Look at it. I love those boxes. We have 2.
Yeah, we have that as a table in our living room.
Yes, it's our living room table. It's a box like that. That's
Yeah.
a very comfy ladder. Cool.
That canister looks like a good quality. It's not that cheesy. What's that brand we bought?
Frontrunner.
Front.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man, that thing sucks.
Yes.
But this looks beefy.
Yeah, and here that
I wonder
is
what
awesome.
brand that is. Yeah.
I bet it's a Hühnersdorf.
Yeah. Good. We gotta go. We
gotta
have
move on.
a lot more kilometers to cover.
Yes. Well, you can see the barbed wire.
Okay,
Really
good. Wow, look.
Look at that. That's also a Unimog.
Yeah, that's a
one of the
really
early
old
ones.
one. I would say this one is early 50s.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't say.
And it looks even big because Vera is standing next to it. But the
Yes.
thing is absolutely tiny. Okay, what a cute car.
It's smaller than my Discovery 3.
Yeah. Oh, this thing is as big as a chimney.
Yeah.
So we almost completed our Sunday walk. I think we got about 7 kilometers in now.
Yeah, most likely.
Now we're back in our village and we're just gonna go home and have some coffee, I guess.
Yes. But first we're gonna climb the Bollwerk.
No
and
more.
Maybe look at some Porsches.
Okay. Oh, is there a Porsche event? Good. The Porsches are there, but let's go up the defense tower before it closes.
Yeah.
We're gonna go up there. Our defense tower was built in 1503, and when I was a kid I charged entrance fee.
Yes.
That was very lucrative on Sundays, because the visitors didn't know that it normally is free. So I had like a roll of tickets and a table and a chair, and I made it all look official. And then I charged everyone 20 pfennig for the kids and 50 pfennig for the adults. It worked many weeks in a row. Got me sometimes 60 Deutschmark on a day. So this was freshly renovated a couple of years ago. It's beautiful now. Yeah, a platform you can walk along. That was all different when I was a kid. So this is our village here with the local castle. And from here, it's actually possible to see our house. There is the recreational campground with a little pool. And over here, this is our house. That's beautiful location here on the bottom of the castle. So our castle, as it is shown here, was built in 1604, but you can see the one facade doesn't have any windows. That's because there was a defense castle there before and it was extended, and the one before was first mentioned in the 9th century. So it was much older, and then later on when this one was built it was torn down, and that's why there are no windows in that facade. Okay. And we don't have a flagpole anymore. There used to be one here. And they took it down because there were some complaints. When you have a flagpole, it needs to be maintained in a certain way in Germany. You just can't put that up. Somebody needs to be dedicated, and of course our community doesn't have enough money to maintain the thing and raise and lower the flags as ordered by the government. So we got rid of it after like 70 years.
Christmas lights.
But this is a pretty poor country, you know, if you can't afford a post for your flag.
Yeah.
You know?
And it wouldn't be the German flag.
No, it used to be Hessen.
The state flag.
Yeah, but that's only one little thing. So that's just a sample why I say our government is always one more stupider than the UK government. No matter what our UK subscribers tell me, ours is stupider. Okay? There's no way you beat us in being stupid. I bet you guys can still have a pole with a flag on it. We don't. So beat that. Yeah, they renovated this and put these light fixtures in here. It makes that old room really beautiful. Okay, there is the same room here below, and when I was a kid, we lowered a rope down there and then we used it as a swing down there in the lower room. And then we could swing around in the lower room, going around here like this. We were so creative. This is the lower room, and you can see how thick the walls are. They're 7 meters, okay? So you walk through this wall, and the getting up there is also going through the wall, and then that's the lower room. And years ago, before it was forbidden, we used to have a yearly celebration in here with beer and alcohol and music on the Christmas market. Yes. It was really awesome. I mean, it was packed full with people, you know, and of course, no longer allowed because it has only one entrance and exit. That's according to German safety regulations not good, okay? And it's not that this entrance and exit is that far away, okay? It's right there. This is the old chimney. You can't look out from here because there is actually a little kink in it so that rain doesn't come in. It has like a drain.
Look at that.
Look at that Porsche. It got Walter Röhrl on it. So maybe we find him and we get a signature.
Yes.
An autograph. I think you can afford quite a few Land Rovers for the price of one of these. I I wonder if this is really the car from Walter Röhrl. Vera likes now Walter Röhrl because we watched the movie.
Yes, and he had a Range Rover.
Yes, Walter Röhrl is the only one who can call Formula One a Kindergeburtstag.